Hello students, welcome to the pole science of class 11 arts, and today we will proceed discussing about the questions and answers related to the fourth new topic included in this year's pole science of class 11, and the topic is the various dimensions of justice, and it is from the chapter justice. So we have already understood about reading about legal justice, then political justice, then social justice and economic justice. So today we will go through the questions and answers that are there in the topic. So let us proceed then. So the question related to the different dimensions of justice is, describe the key dimensions of justice. So we know that the key dimensions of justice are what? There are four key dimensions of justice, namely legal justice, political justice, social justice and economic justice. So firstly we will go through legal justice. So under legal justice, it is a narrow concept of justice which is associated with the legal system and legal procedure existing in a society. That means legal justice is always related to the legal system and its procedure which is applied in a society. The court of law interprets the law and applies it after hearing the partners involved in disputes. That means the court of law will not pass judgment prior, but it will pass the judgment after hearing both the parties and their reasons for the dispute. Here justice is what? Administered by the court of law, and the interpretation of the judge is considered to be an embodiment of justice. That means here justice is given on the fact that it is administered by the court of law, it is given according to the court of law, and whatever the judge gives the verdict, it is considered to be an embodiment of justice, that is believed to be the above all. That means any verdict that is given, that has to be abided by both the parties. Moving on to the next second dimension, that is political justice. So under political justice, in any democratic society, political justice means providing equal political rights. Clear? That means it only assures that political rights should be given to each and everyone, and that too in an equal form. So political justice stands for a free and fair participation of people in the political sphere. That means it firstly assures that free and fair participation of all the people should be there in the political scenario. So universal adult franchise is the expression of political justice. So if free and fair participation of people is to be provided, then it means that universal adult franchise is the expression of that political justice. That means the right to vote. Apart from that, equality of opportunity in getting elected and in holding public offices, freedom of expression and association are also important pillars of political justice. So apart from the universal adult franchise given to the people, equality of opportunity in both the cases, equality of opportunity should be given to person in contesting elections also and in holding any office also. Apart from that, expression, freedom of expression and association should also be included in that political justice. This is related to the second dimension of justice, that is political justice. Now moving on to the third justice, that is social justice. It means to end all types of social inequalities and to provide proper opportunity to every citizen in every sphere of life. That means we know that in our society or in any society there are lots of inequalities, and social justice confirms that all types of social inequalities should be omitted from the society. And while omitting these inequalities or social inequalities, it is also assuring to provide proper opportunity to every citizen in every sphere of life. And why they are assuring that? Because to develop his or her personality to ensure equality of law. That means it is ensuring that all inequalities should be omitted. And why it is ensuring that? Because it wants that every people should be equal before law, then discrimination should not be there, Then social security should be provided to all the people. Then provision of equal political rights should also be there. So social justice is actually working for many various grounds, like providing proper equal opportunity, then to provide equal political rights, and to discriminate, to prohibit the discrimination that is going on. So the concept of social justice is based on the belief that all human rights or human beings are equal, and no discrimination should be made on the grounds of race, religion, caste, gender and place of birth. So overall we can say that social justice wants to eliminate all the inequalities in the society, just for one reason, that all the people are the citizens of this particular country, and no people should be discriminated on the ground that he or she belongs to different race, different religion or different caste, gender or maybe place of birth. So whoever are the majority or minority in this country should be treated equal, and they should not be discriminated on the grounds of all these miscellaneous things like the race, religion, caste, gender and place of birth. So if this can be followed, then we can say that our country will be the happiest country in the world. Then related to the fourth dimension of justice, that is economic justice. Economic justice means to provide equal opportunities, clear, to everyone to earn his or her livelihood. That means economic justice implies, or it ensures, that everyone should be earning in equal way according to the amount of work given. That means equal pay for equal work. If a person is working for 8 hours, so he or she should be given that much of equal pay for that amount of hour that he or she is working. That means it ensures that everyone should earn his or her livelihood. The basic need of every person, such as food, clothes, shelter and education, should be fulfilled. That means we know that the basic need of every human being, suppose you or maybe me, we all have basic needs such as clothes, food, shelter and education. So all these should be fulfilled through the economic way. And in this area, the economic justice actually works that basic things like food, clothes, shelter and education should be fulfilled. It stands for by assuring adequate means of livelihood to all, by making provisions for equal pay for equal work, then fair distribution of resources and equal economic opportunity to all should also be given. So under this basic need, which we call as food, clothes, shelter and education, so under this the economic justice ensures and assures that adequate means of livelihood to all should be provided. And how this can be provided? By making provisions for equal pay for equal work. Just I have explained about it, that whatever the amount of work or for the hour that person is working, that person should be paid according to that only. That means equal pay for whatever the equal work amount of work is being done. Then fair distribution of resources. Whatever the resources are there around us, that should be distributed in an uniform way, that means equally. And equal economic opportunity to all. That means all should be given equal economic opportunity, so that everyone can have that much of equal opportunities so that he or she can earn. While the concept of political justice is linked with the ideal of liberty, economic and legal justice with equality and social justice with fraternity, a just combination of all these four dimensions will help in achieving justice in life. So as a whole, in the concluding part, it is believed that as the concept of political justice is closely linked with the ideal of liberty, and economic and legal justice is related to equality, and social justice is related to fraternity. So if all these are related to liberty, equality and fraternity, then we can say for sure that all these four dimensions, namely legal justice, political justice, social justice and economic justice, will actually work for the welfare and development of the country and as well as society, and it will help in achieving a kind society for all the human beings living in this country. Clear? So please note down the questions and answers related to this chapter, and please go through once more through this topic. And in the next class we will read about another new topic, that is human rights. So with this I will wind up today's topic. Thank you.